And so it's preparing live stream.
Yep.
And
This
never
meeting is
know.
now streaming live on Facebook. Yay!
Oh my goodness. Okay. So we are live now. So I would like to just thank everybody for being here. I'm very excited. It's Monday morning, and this is going to be a really exciting time that I'm going to spend with a remarkable woman. So first, I'll introduce myself. I am Lisa Cassenti, and I have a bachelor's in biology and a master's in special education. My career dramatically shifted when I was diagnosed with a life-threatening illness. And while on that journey, I was introduced to something that was remarkable and changed not only my health, but it gave me my dad back. So now what I do is I am an entrepreneur, and I transform lives by restoring hope, health, and happiness. And part of what I love to do as an entrepreneur is I love to connect with and support other amazing entrepreneurs that I meet on my journey. So today is such a day that I am proud and honored to introduce everybody to Jessica H. Real. Jessica is a life and freedom coach. She is a mom of 2 young children. She has a 5-year-old and 2-year-old, and she is adept at balancing life. And what Jessica really does is she educates and empowers people on how to use the law of attraction to create the life they envision. In addition, she educates people on an innovative breakthrough that impacts the health and environment in a really positive way. So Jessica, I am so happy to have you here and to be able to spend time and get to know you even more. So Jessica, thank you for being here.
Lisa, thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. And I am so grateful that I have crossed paths with you in my life. You are an amazing woman, and you have inspired me as well. And I love being on this journey here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for those kind words. And Jessica, you resonated with me right away. I happened to be on Facebook, and I saw your page and the pictures. And if people are on Facebook right now and they check out Jessica H. Real, her photos just of her life with her children, they are filled with joy and positivity. And I loved your energy right away. And that was why I connected with you months and months ago. And we've been connected ever since. And I'm just so excited to be here. So before we actually start, can we both put an intention out there in the universe that we are going to connect with people who are meant to connect with you, and who are searching for you and what you do. So let's put that intention out there in the universe. And it may be not that they connect right now in this particular moment, but someone may share this recording in the future, and they may say, I need to connect with Jessica. So I'm sure what you have to say is going to resonate with those people. So with that, let's get started.
Lisa, thank you. I have to say something about that, because it was a video, something just like this on social media that somebody shared that I stumbled upon, that literally shifted and transformed my whole entire life. So I truly, truly believe in this law of attraction and putting it out there, setting your intention, and people that are looking for this will find it. It will come to you. And that's how you found me. I mean, you were on social media. You just happened to come across my page and my profile, and we connected. And now we have this amazing relationship, and it has grown ever since. It's absolutely beautiful. So thank you for that.
Thank you for that. Absolutely. And if I can just tell people what an amazing support person you are, and then really we'll get into everything that you do. Sure. But I want to say that Jessica has only known me, it's months and months, but we have continued to speak to each other, to support each other. And we're in different, we've partnered with different companies. We do different things. However, Jessica knew that I had a really special event. It was a wellness event that I was a part of. And that was not such an easy time for her, but she made it a point to come to that wellness event to support me. And it meant the world to me. It really did, because I know life happens and so much happens, but she came to support me. That means so much. And not only that, I have had some difficult times here and there. And we had a call the other week, and it was not, I didn't mean for it to be about me, but that's what unfolded. And Jessica talked to me as a mom, as a married mom, as we talked about relationships, we talked about what was going on in my life, and that wasn't what I intended. And she said, well, this is the conversation that was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And so that meant a lot to me, because it's hard for me to accept help, and you were there, you supported me. So thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. And I'm gonna kind of jump in and talk a little bit more about what it is that I do specifically, because I'm sure everyone is kind of wondering. And really, what I've learned is a new way of doing business, and this is something that you and I have talked about many, many times. And I was actually just on a call talking with somebody about how we get to live our lives the way we choose, the way we want to. But we're raised with this idea and this belief that you have to go to school and get good grades and, get a job and work 9 to 5. And then when you're 65, you retire and that's your life. And I just never believed in that. Never, not for 1 minute, because I wanted to live free. I've always been a free spirit. I've always had this need to be in nature and just live. I wanted to live my life. I could sit here and tell stories for days, but I'm not going to right now. So basically what I do is I help people, specifically moms, because that's who I really resonate with, and even if you're not so much a mom, I actually help dog moms, just women in general, people that just kind of get it, that are starting to wake up to this awareness that the life that we've been living is not the life that they want to live. And they want to be home with their children, and they want to be home with their pets. They want to travel and live a life of freedom. And I stepped into this, stumbled upon, as that's what I said earlier. I stumbled upon this new way of life, this platform that has literally transformed my entire world. And it's not just about the business. A lot of people think it's about the selling and the products. And so many times I get people coming to me going, well, what's your product? And I'm like, you're looking at it. I'm the product. I am living my life. And if I resonate with you and you resonate with me, we make a connection. And then if your product is something that can help me, well, then great. And if it's not, I made a friend. Awesome. So that's really what it's about. And it's about creating those connections and building these relationships. Like, you have a product, it's different than my product. We've all have products, right? We all have something to sell. If you're an entrepreneur, or you want to make money, well, you have something to sell. I'm starting up a life coaching program now. And, I never even imagined I'd be doing that. It's amazing. So it's really a new way of doing business. And that's what I teach people. So basically, yes.
Yeah. And I love that. I love that you so eloquently put this, because I think it's so difficult to have that mind shift. So people do think what you're supposed to do, you go to school, you get a good job, you work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and, and you get the 2 weeks of vacation and all of that. And I have to say, facing my own mortality is what made me think, this is not how I want to live. I don't want to live to work and then just live for the weekends. So it is a huge mind shift. And I think there are people that might not quite get it. They're exactly what it is that we're doing and why we're doing it this way. There are people that, and listen, whatever is best for everybody, I am all about. But I think it's okay to explore other options. And for some people to say, hey, I want to know how I can have more freedom, be with my kids, not just see them at night, you know,
Yeah.
when I get home from work, making dinner, getting them their baths and putting them to bed. That's I don't know about anybody else, but that's not having enough time with your kiddos.
No.
And just put on top of that some other things that happen, and it's not enough time. But I will say that I think that going through COVID and people working from home, it gave a bit of a different perspective for people. So do you see that, Jessica? Do you see that people are now a little more open-minded to the idea
Yes.
of entrepreneurship and what we do?
Yes, I absolutely do. I think with this recent shift, just in the world, there has been a great awakening that's been taking place globally. And people are starting to wake up to this new idea and this new way of life where, especially since a lot of people were, pushed into their homes and saying, okay, you have to stay in your home. So it makes you have to look at your life in a whole new light. And a lot of these people are like stuck in their little, corner office that they kind of makeshift, in some point of their house, realizing, you know what, this isn't what I want to be doing. What am I doing? And how can I be financially stable and solvent and yet still be able to have the freedom that I have by being home? How can I enjoy what it is that I'm doing? And a lot of people don't enjoy what they do. And that's when they're starting to step into this world of entrepreneurship. And I truly believe everybody is an entrepreneur in their own right, in their own way. But I think, like I said, we've been taught that you're supposed to work for somebody else and that's the way to live. And, this hierarchy of people all above you. And I just don't believe that. And it's interesting because I don't normally talk about this. I am a part of an MLM, but it's not a traditional MLM. There's no person on the top. It's very linear. And we all imagine a line and there's all these lines and we're all on the lines and we're all growing together. So that's one of the reasons why I have partnered with this particular product, because of that. There is no pyramid. We're all entrepreneurs. We're all growing together. And that's what I love about it. And I absolutely agree that a lot of people are starting to wake up to that and see that. I don't know if you're aware of this, but when COVID hit, kind of right around the peak, the term work from home went up 600% on Google. So many people were searching for new opportunities on how they can work from home. And it was interesting because I stepped into this business right before that happened. It was January when I stepped into this business, and then all of a sudden March, we're closed down, lockdown. It was wild how it happened so fast. Yeah.
I Everything that you say just resonates with me so much. But I want to go back to the MLM because I am part of an MLM as well, and I see it as very different. Normally, people think about MLM, network marketing. I don't want to say normally, but some people, as soon as they hear those words, there is some wall that is put up right away. Now, I have not ever had that wall. My parents have always believed that you should have a plan B. My parents always thought there's something else that you should do in addition to your traditional work. So I am more open-minded than another person. But so when people talk about network marketing and MLMs, they automatically think pyramid scheme and they automatically think all of these things. Now, can we talk about, because I think it's really important to talk about this. What do you say to someone, because
that's a great question.
Yeah. What do you say to
well,
someone?
I have an answer for you. Absolutely. Really what it comes down to, and it's a big part of what I teach. There's multiple layers of things that I teach and I coach on. And one of the biggest things that I do coach on is your belief system. It's a matter of what you want to believe and what you've been taught to believe. And we've been taught to believe things since before we were born. I mean, we have generational beliefs that have been passed down from generation to generation. And it's a matter of, connecting with your true self, your authentic self, and what you want to believe and what people are telling you. So if your gut is saying, you know, maybe I should check out this MLM, but all you keep hearing is all this negative chatter in your head. Oh, it's a scam. It's this, it's that, you know, even myself. I mean, when I first stepped into this, oh my God, the research that I did, because I didn't want to get scammed. I'm like, I don't want this to be a scam. And then I learned, oh, it's not a scam. Oh, okay. This is real. I can make real money. Wait a minute. Legacy income? What? And that just like threw me for a loop. And that was like one of my dreams. But people have these beliefs, these structures put in place that are so concrete, and you have to kind of break down those walls and realize what is true for you in your heart, in your mind. And again, I mean, this is something that I teach and I talk to people about, because we all have these beliefs, but it's a matter of, one, being aware. And that's why I say a lot of times I'm a conscious entrepreneur, because I'm aware of my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, my life around me, and I'm able to change and construct the life that I want. So creating a life of freedom is not just being free and living and traveling and being home, but it's literally being free from the constraints of what has been told to us and the beliefs that have been drilled into us from day one, and really getting clear on what it is that lights you up. And if MLMs light you up, they light me up, they didn't. Then that's gonna, you know, something you want to look at. You know, why are you having this conflict inside you? You know, you're being drawn to this, but yet you got all these blocks. No, this isn't, I shouldn't be doing this. No, this is a bad thing. You got all these people around you telling you all these bad things about it. You know, they're just beliefs. It's really what it comes down to.
They are. Can I actually share something? I want to share something with you because you will appreciate it. And I hope that other people will appreciate it too. I usually don't want to tell stories while I'm doing an interview, but it's really relevant. Great. So Jack Rand is a business coach that's part of a networking group that I belong to. And he's doing a really cool course right now on finding your niche. And we had a conversation. I had a conversation with him and Ryan Poole, who is also another entrepreneur, because there is something about sales that was turning me off. And it was just, a lot of times I tell people I educate people about an option, and that's true. And my background is education, but I had an issue with sales and I didn't understand why. And Jack did this exercise with me and Ryan, and it was so interesting. He said, well, what do you think of when you think of sales? You know, and I said, well, I think of this sleazy car salesman. I remember the car broke down, and my mom and dad and me and my brother, we went to this used car lot, and I didn't like this car salesman, and I couldn't put my finger on it, but I didn't feel good about the way the conversation was going. And then a crazy thing happened, Jessica. I realized I had a vision back, and this is, I don't even know, maybe I was 10, I have no idea, maybe 8. But as my dad was looking at one of the cars in the lot, the hood of the car fell down on my dad's hands. And my dad, you know, started yelling, you know, release the latch, release the latch. And I'm horrified. Yeah. And the car salesman was so frantic, he couldn't figure out what to do. And finally they released it, and I'm looking at my dad's hands, and you know, his wedding ring was completely pushed into his ring finger, and they got ice. We had to go to the hospital. My mom thought his hands were broken. And I realized, oh my goodness,
there it is.
That was the connection I was having with sales. We went to a car dealership. For whatever reason, the car salesman, I didn't like his vibe, and my dad got hurt.
Yeah.
And so Jack said to me, Lisa, this may be just what you need to release. And now you can be okay with sales. And I'm still working on it, but I think it's, maybe people don't have stories just like this, but they hear MLM, they hear network marketing, and they think of, oh, my friend in Canada got scammed doing one of those, but they don't even know the story. Yeah. And they think pyramid scheme, and they, which by the way, they are illegal. And, you know, but if you really think about it, traditional work is a pyramid. The people at the top are getting the most.
Oh my God. People don't really connect it. It's just the wording. And it's so true. When you talk about that story and you say, you know, you don't know if people have those, we all have these stories. They're just different for each and every one of us. And we all have beliefs tied to these stories. And these stories are keeping us in the past. They're keeping us stuck to where we are. And it's when you sit there and do the work, what you just did and what you described and what you did with Jack, that's him helping you do the work to think about, you know, what is coming up for me for this? You know, why do I have this block? You know, what connections am I making to this thing that I'm thinking about that's causing me all this negativity? You know, what is it? And that is pretty traumatic. That would explain a lot about your sales experience, especially when you're a young child, because so many things happen to us when we're young children, especially, I mean, were you under the age of 7 when this happened?
I was asking my parents about this the other day. I might have been 8, but
You were right around that age.
I
Yeah.
was around, you know, maybe I was 10,
Yeah.
but there was a lot going on. I just remember it was a big stretch for our family to have to buy a new car, and we had to go to
Yeah.
a used car lot. And you know, I probably felt all that energy from my parents, and, you know, and then the energy from the car salesman who was like, sees a dollar sign over my dad's head. I probably felt that energy.
Absolutely.
So it was all of that. And then my dad got hurt, but
Well, you know, thank you for sharing that story with us. And it's very, very relevant to this conversation because that's a big part of what I do. And I teach people to not only overcome those beliefs, but also open up their minds to this idea that selling, we're all selling something. And I don't know if I use this example with you, but it's so funny. So part of what I do is affiliate marketing. That's really kind of what it comes down to. I am an affiliate for this company called Enagic, and we sell water systems. I love my water, but I don't really talk about that. But if you get to know me and you like me, and well, if you are like me, like you and I, we're both kind of in the health, you know, and wellness industry. You and I have talked about the water. You've said it to me yourself one day. You definitely want to, you know, invest in that because it's valuable to you, right? But do I ever sit here and say, Lisa, when are you going to buy a machine? No, I don't do that to you because that's not what it's about. It's about if you have something you like, then, you know, you're going to invest in it. And so here's my analogy. It's kind of funny. So do you ever like get your hair done or go to a hair salon? Like, do you ever do that?
of course, it's been
Yeah.
a while.
Okay.
But yes, of course I have.
So have you ever like gone to the hair salon and they use this amazing product on you for the first time, and then you go out and say like you go somewhere and someone's like, wow, your hair looks great. And you're like, yeah, this hair salon, they use this amazing product on me. I love it, right? And they go, what's the product? You just sold that product. Yes. And that's exactly what this is. That's exactly what it is that I am doing. You know, I have this amazing product and, you know, it gives me energy and it lights me up and all these amazing things that it has. And if you ask me about it, sure, I'll tell you about it. But here's the thing, I'm selling my product, so I get money on it. Whereas you just made the hair salon money. You know what I mean? So, and it happens all the time and people do not even realize it. Oh my God. They get so hung up in these terms and these words and these, it's like, no, it's just live your life. Relax, take it down a notch. It's all right.
Yeah, it blows my mind. Jessica, I've had conversations, people that I've worked with for years. I had somebody that had supervised me, and I called her to share what I'm doing now, and to share my dad's story, and like all of a sudden it clicked in her mind, and she said, wait a second, are you selling this stuff? And she's like, I don't need anything. I thought you were calling for a letter of recommendation. I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly healthy. I mean, it was a complete wall, and it hurt me. It actually, I know we're not supposed to take things personally, but this is a woman that saw my growth as a special educator. And I saw her.
She has, see, and that's another thing that I help people work with. She saw you as that salesperson with dollar signs in her head, and she couldn't move past it, and she didn't see the person that you are, right? And that's
right. And it was hurtful. And I didn't want it to be, but I was thinking, you know, hey, I'm the same person that, you know, I'm doing something different. I want to share it with you. And when I reach out to people, it's not necessarily, oh, what did you want to say?
No, go on. I'm going to tap into that when we're done.
So when I reach out to people and want to tell them what I'm doing, I want them to know it's not, I don't want them to think, listen, I'm coming after you because I have this great product. You know, I'm telling people, honestly, people are suffering out there and they're suffering and they've got a lot of things going on, whether it's health challenges or they need more income or they want more freedom or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah.
I'm calling you to share a gift with you.
Mm-hmm.
You may not resonate with the product that I have or what I do, but you may know somebody that is looking for what I have. And so sometimes it's just about, I was talking to a teammate and I said, wait, you know, I've been thinking about it. We just have to talk to 1,000 people. If we talk to 1,000 people, we'll be set. Our business will grow. That's all we have to do. And some of those 1,000 are going to want to do what we do and some won't, and some will connect us. And that is, I don't want people to go into the witness protection program when I call them. That's preposterous.
Yes. All right. So I have a take here for you, and I'm so excited that you brought this up because I've been wanting to kind of talk more about it with you. So that whole process of you reach out to somebody and you talk to them because you know that maybe they've been struggling or you have this connection with them, you've known them for some time, and you want to share with them what you have, right? Your story, your, not necessarily your product, but you want to share with them and you want to connect with them because you feel that you can help them. But here's the thing. What I do is the opposite. It does not make you feel good to hear that no. It does not. And that lowers your vibration. So that's the traditional way of doing network marketing. When we talk about traditional things, this is the new way of doing business. I do not reach out to people. And when I have, it has been such an uncomfortable experience. I refuse to do it. I won't do it anymore. I will never do it again. I stopped reaching out to people. And every time I reach out to people, I get this negative vibe. It's not working for me. It's not in alignment with me because people don't want to be told what to do. People don't want to be controlled. People don't want this pushy, oh, this changed my life and this is great. Yeah, so what is that going to do for me? People don't want that. They don't want to hear it. You're reaching out to these people because you have something great and you want to help them. They don't want to be helped. They want to come to you. They want to, when they're ready, they're going to come to you. And that's what I teach people. That's why I'm on social media. That's why I want to be in front of all these faces, because I want to tell you, listen, it doesn't have to be this way. And when you're ready, you come to me. I'm here. I'm here. Arms are open, willing to help. Whoever wants to come to me. You came to me. I didn't go to you. I didn't hound you. I let you know, hey, I got this going on if you want it, but you came to me first. And that's the reason why you had such a negative experience with that person, because they didn't see you as a person. They saw you as a salesperson because you came to them offering something they didn't want to be offered. You came to them when they were not ready to hear it. They weren't able to listen. They weren't able to hear you. And what did they see? They saw a salesperson trying to sell them something, which you weren't, because they weren't ready for it. And that's where the whole law of attraction comes into play. It's not about you reaching out to these people, reaching out to 1,000 people. It's 1,000 people reaching out to you and figuring out if they're ready for it. I get people reach out to me every single day. Every single day, people come to me and ask me, what are you doing? And I tell them, and they go, oh, wow, that's great. And I say, would you like to learn more? And they say, yes. I send them the link. They say, no. I say, I'm here when you're ready. I'm here if you want a friend. I'm here to talk. That's it. It's very simple. And we overcomplicate it all the time. Stop overcomplicating it.
Yeah, Jessica, I love it. Okay, so let me, okay, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, things are, I'm different in my verbiage and how I approach people and and all of that right now. But I love that. I do want people to come to me. I want people to say, hey, how did you help that horse in California? I want to know, what are you doing? And that's a true example. I helped, and I'm very proud of that. I helped this beautiful horse, Crystal.
You were doing amazing. You were doing amazing. And don't worry, we'll
right. So
we'll get the people coming to you.
So how do you do? how do you do that? I mean, how did you get me to come to you? Now it was posts that you had proposed, you had put, yeah, you have these
It's
beautiful,
my pretty face. I'm not gonna lie. It's my pretty face.
yes,
No,
you
not to be vain.
were,
Honestly, it's because what I was sharing was true, authentic me. What I was sharing, you connected with. Being a mom of two, having these struggles. You read my story and you're like, wow, I need to know her. That's why, because what you're putting out there is not a product. When people sell products, that's why I don't like talking about the water, because then I'm selling my product. And even though I am in full alignment with my water and I love my water and I'm passionate about it, and I'm thinking, haven't decided yet about doing like a water Wednesday, maybe just to talk about it. That'd be
yes,
fun. It'd be cool. But
fun.
that's not like that. I have to be really fully in alignment with that. Like I want to attract the right kind of people to me. I want to attract people that are like you, that are like me, that, like, so what do? I tell my story. We're actually, and I got to kind of just put it in there for a minute. We're having a personal branding workshop this week. And I don't even know if I told you about it yet. I've been meaning to get to telling you. I've been talking to so many people about this, and it's about being authentically you and learning how to monetize yourself and your brands to bring people to you, to attract them to you, because the money is in your mess. It's about your story, and it's about telling your story. It's about your stories. Lisa, you have so many amazing stories, your journeys. People want to connect with you as a person, not with your product. Yes, if the product is great, then yeah, they're going to want it. But it's not about the product, it's about the person. And that's where the shift comes in. When you tell your story from your heart, when you're lit up and you feel amazing, like I'm tingling right now because I know I'm speaking my truth. And when you speak your truth and you speak it from your heart, people feel that vibration. You said, and I love that you said this, when you went to the salesperson, when you saw that salesperson, that vibe that he put out there didn't resonate with you. He wasn't your person. How many times have you gone into a store and you needed help, but you didn't go to the first salesperson you went to? You went to the salesperson you liked. That's how it works. That's exactly how it works. And we have this amazing platform called social media that we can just put it out there, and just stand up and say, hey, I'm here. You guys want to talk? Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. It's like going to a party and talking to people at the party. And all of a sudden people are drawn to you because they love your stories and they love you and they want to get to know you. And then you tell them, hey, I got this product. And you're like, whoa, it did that? What? I want to know about that. And by the way, I still want to get some gel from you. So stay on the line afterwards, because I've been using it on my cat and it's been working. So yes, let's get some.
So glad it helped your cat.
And that's how it works. That's how it works. You give me a sample of your products. Like I was like, okay, and there you go. That's how it happens.
Your kitty. How did it help? Can I ask? I remembered you said there was something with the cat, with your cat's ear.
Yes. So let's see, how can I simplify this? Both my cat's ears had a condition where they ended up shrinking. So cat's ears normally stand up like this. Well, they actually shrunk down. So they get dirty a lot, and he gets these like kind of infections, and they have to get cleaned very often. And sometimes they get really bad, and it's hard to maintain it and keep up with it. And he's getting old, and of course, he's always struggling with it. He's always itching it and scratching it, and he's restless and he doesn't sleep very well. And when I put the Redox on his ears, and I did it 2 times in a row, because the third time I really couldn't catch him. He was like, don't touch me. But I did it 3 times that day, and I did it 2 times in a row. I would do it, and then I waited a few minutes, and I went and I did it again, and I just rubbed it on his ears and I cleaned it up. He slept so good. I watched him like pass out. And normally he would fall asleep and then he'd wake up and scratch, and he would always be restless. He slept the whole day. He was just like, you could tell he was calm and relaxed, like that anxiety that he gets from having to constantly scratch and itch wasn't there. And I was like, oh, so yeah, I definitely want to try it for a longer term to see if maybe it even heals it. It would be great. It'd be wonderful.
Well, thank you for being open to that. And and for sharing the story about your kitty. I absolutely love that. And I want to acknowledge my cousin is watching, my amazing cousin. We're actually not biological cousins, but we grew up together and stronger than blood, Jen Sinnott. So she is watching, and I just want to say hi. And she's amazing
Cheers.
and wonderful, and she's a single mama of three, very empowered woman. And I'm so excited that she is watching. And she is saying that it's not an easy job. It's not an easy job. And I don't even meaning what we do, but I know that you think about it in a different way. You don't think
Absolutely.
about this as a job. So I want you to talk about that, because you've told me when I said, well, I fit making a living into nooks and crannies of my life as a single mama. And
Yep.
you said, I think of things very, very differently. So, because I do love what I do, by the way, but I still have a different mindset. So tell everybody about your mindset.
My mindset. Anything is possible. Everything is possible. No, I'm still working on this mindset, but it's not a have to, can do, need to do mindset. Get rid of those words out of your vocabulary. Stop saying I have to do this. Because every single time you say I have to do this, it creates anxiety, it creates this restriction, anything that tightens you up and goes, oh, that's not where you want to be. This is about feeling good, right? What's the ultimate goal in life? Being happy, right? So find things that make you happy and find things that are in full alignment with you. So, but you also do have to make some compromises. So some of the compromises that I had to make was that my kids are watching TV right now, I think. Yes. Well, I left them. Here's the thing. My 5-year-old, she's pretty amazing. She does know how to use the remote. And when I left her, they were playing dolls. They had the doll houses and all the dolls set up. And I said to her, and she is very good about this. I said to her, listen, I'm going to go on a call now. I'll be, away for about an hour. And she's like, okay. I'm like, I'm here if you need me. I'm actually downstairs. They're upstairs. I can hear them. And they're just watching TV right now. I hear they're watching TV. But I said to her, you're allowed to watch TV if you want to. And I can be okay with that. Now, a couple of months ago, I wasn't okay with that. I wasn't okay that they were watching TV so much. But then I realized it's not a bad thing. She loves it. They're happy. They're quiet. I can do this. This lights me up. When mommy's happy, they're happy. And so I've learned to find enjoyment in my life. And I've learned to really be very, how do I say this? Not strict, defined on my time. So when I'm with my girls, I'm with my girls. When I'm doing this, when I'm doing my work, quote unquote, I didn't consider this work. I consider this play. This is fun. Like I'm having fun talking about this stuff, then I look at it in a different way. I get up and I have my morning routine, which involves some writing. It involves the magic practice. I do this every single morning. If you want to know more about that, reach out. I do all these journalings and meditations. I do that all in the morning before my 2-year-old even gets up. And then after I do that, I spend a little bit of time with them. And then I have a little bit of work time. And it's not a juggling act. It's more of a balancing. It's balancing my life. And some days I don't do certain things, but I also have non-negotiables. If I don't do my magic practice first thing in the morning, my journaling, it's a gratitude practice where I write down what I'm grateful for. If I don't do this first thing in the morning, because some mornings I do it in the afternoon, and I make sure I do it before I go to bed at night. And so that's my non-negotiable. You have to have non-negotiables in your life and in your business. But I do this with 2 kids and one that's on my boob 24/7. Oh my God. Like, listen, I'm a breastfeeding mama, but I never thought it was going to be so intense at this age. But it's cool. It's good. She loves it. She loves me. It's not going to last forever. She's not going to have a boob in her mouth when she's 12. So we're good. But yeah, so that's my take on it. I love what I do. And I say that every day. I love what I do and I enjoy it and I look forward to it. It's not work. It's light.
I love that mindset. And I love what you're saying that she's on your boob. Oh my gosh. Can I just say breastfeeding, I know everybody has a different take on it, but that was an amazing, amazing journey. And we're not going to go off on a tangent, but that was something. I mean, I ended up needing to go to a lactation consultant, but when my daughter got it, yeah, it's not an easy thing. I just want to put that out there. but when she got it, it was it was just so amazing. And my daughter is coming in now, so we don't,
Probably
I
start
don't
wrapping
know.
it up. I think we've been on.
Yeah, we can. But I do want to tell you, so Jen is saying a couple of things. My cousin Jen Sinnott, she's saying she wants you to go hang out with her because she loves your positivity. So you have to take a plane ride if that's okay. But that is exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about finding your people, right? Finding your people, finding people that resonate with you. And she's also saying, when you love what you do, it's not a job. You want to do it. And I love talking to people about what I talk about, and you love doing the same thing. And this is, you're right. We would talk for 2 hours, I think.
Oh, easy. Actually, I'm giving away a 2-hour coaching session. Yes. If you join our personal branding workshop later this week. So it's on Thursday and Friday. I have 2 offers that I'm giving away. One is the 2-hour coaching session, and the other one is a free month on the Freedom Era, in the Freedom Era platform. So you can come in and check it out for 30 days. And if it resonates with you, this is the best part. So you can check it out for 30 days on me, right? If you win. And then after that 30 days, if you decide to sign up, you get another 30 days to check it out. And if you decide it's not for you, then you can get your money back. So you almost get 2 months free if you want. But if you don't, and you don't want it, then you can just say, I don't want this. That's fine. And you got a month to check it out, and you can get all the tools and everything and tips. So those are my giveaways if you join the personal branding workshop, because I'm very passionate about this. I really I want people to take interest in their lives. Like, you can live the life that you want. And imagine if more people were lit up like this. I have never, since I was a little girl, felt this lit up. Actually, the last time I felt this lit up was when I was riding motorcycles, but that's a whole nother world. You broke up there for a minute.
Oh my gosh. And that's awesome. And we have to have, it's probably my internet. But motorcycles, that'll be another segment that we talk about, because I know nothing about motorcycles, but I know that you are lit up when you talk about riding motorcycles. And
oh, absolutely. I just want to say this. One of the biggest reasons why it lights me up is because it's the first time in my life that I discovered community. And that's how powerful community can be. It wasn't so much that I was riding 110 on my motorcycle down roads. Yes, that was fun and dangerous and life altering in so many ways. I can't even go there, but it was more about belonging to a community of people that got me. And I never felt that before that moment, before I joined that community, essentially, because when you have a motorcycle, it's like being a mom, you're in the mom community now, we all have our communities. And with me, I have the Freedom Era community, and it's just amazing to have that support, that love every single day, every day, in all different stretches of the world. It's phenomenal. It's amazing.
That's a big part of it. And I promise we're going to wrap it up, but that is a big part of it. It's finding your people. It's your community. And it's Drew Berman is an awesome business coach. And he says, find your tribe and love them hard. And I really believe that. That's what it's about. And it's and I have another family. I have another family in the people that I work with and people that have partnered with the company. We are there for each other. And I love, I just love, we have our weekly meetings. We have people, we could just call and talk to each other about whatever, not just the business. And that is a really, really big thing.
My belief is, you don't join my business, you join my family. You become part of my family. Like Lisa, you've been indoctrinated into my family just about. So you're pretty much there.
Yeah, well, you as well. And we've got to get our girls to have a play date. I really can't wait for that, because that's going to be really exciting.
But yes, because we live close to each other. What are the chances of that?
Well, I know we didn't even we are in the same town, if you could believe it.
I know. That's so cool. I talk to people all over the world, completely over the globe. I had somebody on the phone earlier from Wisconsin, and here you are in my own town. So what are we doing? We should be doing this. You know what? Can I make a suggestion, please?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
Can we do this again in person?
Oh my gosh.
Why didn't we think of that?
I have no idea. Yes, we're going to do this in person.
Oh, that'd be so much fun.
We're going to figure it out, and we'll get the girls. Maybe we'll get them on camera. But listen, I want to ask you before we end, how are people going to, if they want to take advantage of any of the offers that you just mentioned, which are great. So if they join the personal branding workshop that is Thursday, Friday, can you talk about that? How would they contact you and tell you they want to do that? And then if they do that, that enters them in a raffle to get a 2-hour coaching session with you, 1 month free on you for the platform that you are working with, which is a pretty incredible offer. So how would people do that?
This is why I love what I do. Just contact me, Jessica H. Real. On Facebook, you just look me up. My profile is completely public, so it's very easy to find me. They can also contact you and just send me a message. Send me a message, comment on this video, put your favorite emoji in this video and I will reach out to you. How about that?
Love that. Oh my gosh, you're like right on the fly. You're so awesome at this.
Thank you. Practice. So many people say to me, oh, you're such a natural on camera. Do you know why I'm a natural on camera now? I do it every day. No joke. That's what this is all about. I have a group, Believe, Magic, Success, and Gratitude, and I do this challenge. It's a 28-day gratitude challenge every other month in my group, and I come on live every day. Every day. And some days I do not want to, but I do it anyways.
It's practice. And practice. And public speaking terrified me. I'm doing a lot better at it, but
amazing. This was so good.
But if I do it, if I keep doing it, but anyway, so people are going to contact you, Jessica H. Real.
Yes.
They can put the emoji, their favorite emoji, and you'll reach out to them. Awesome.
Absolutely.
So Thursday and Friday is the workshop. What are the times? Just so people know.
It's 1 p.m. Pacific time. So I believe it's 3 p.m. Eastern time, but it's being recorded. So if you can't catch it live, that's fine. If you join the group, you're automatically in the giveaway. So join it. I am going to talk to you. So just be aware of that. I will tag you, like Lisa, when I do, I'm going to send you the link directly so you can also pass that on as well. And if anyone's interested in anything that we talked about today, just reach out to us. Like I said, put an emoji in the comments below. If you're a little uncomfortable with that, just send us a message. But you have to find some way to reach out to us. Otherwise we can't connect with you. Right. Yeah. I'm not going to come to you and knock on your door. I'm over that. That's the old way of doing business. This is the new way of doing business. If you want it, you got to come and get it. You got to figure out what you want and come and get it. And we're here. We're here to give it to you. You just got to say, please.
I love that.
I tell my daughters, just say, please.
I love that. Any last words? Like, okay, here, this is one last thing. What would you tell a mama that is, that's right now, that's watching this and saying, that's what I want. I want to be home. I want to be home with my kiddos. I want to have freedom. Maybe it's a single parent, maybe a single dad. What would you tell them how to go about starting to just look at what's out there? What would you recommend?
Put your favorite emoji in the comments below. That's it.
So
That's
simple.
it. That's what I would say. Say. And the best advice that I have to share with everyone is to start your day in gratitude. Say thank you from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed. Say thank you to everything that is around you and live in a life of appreciation and gratitude, and that will come to you. The more you put out there, the more you will get back. And that goes both ways. So if you put out love, you will get love. If you put out anger, you're going to get anger. So just think about that and be in a place of gratitude. That's it. Thank you, Lisa.
That. Jessica, thank you so much. I'm giving you a huge hug.
Thank you.
We'll do this next time. We'll do this in person. And I want to thank you so much for honoring us with your time and answering all of this. And please reach out to Jessica if any of the things that she said that resonated and anything that I said that resonated, you could reach out to me too on Facebook, any of social media. And many blessings. I'm sending many blessings, positive energy and everything. And I am thankful and grateful that we did this today. So Jessica, hold on. I'm going to figure out how to stop this recording and then just hang on for a minute. So thank you again, everybody. Until next.
Thank you, everyone, for being here live. If you're catching the replay, write replay. I always hashtag replay and put your favorite emoji down there. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation.
Yes, let's have a fun conversation like this. So thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everybody.